Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I'm going to do a quick little chat. And this video is trying to understand what it's going to mean or what we can expect when we have Pluto in Aquarius. And the fact that, well, when it's in Aquarius, it'll be squaring Scorpio, right? Yeah. It'll also be squaring Taurus. It's Pluto, so it's not fast, it's slow. It's thorough because it's Pluto, power, struggle, right? Deep, intense emotions. And it can't even go to the Taurus side, which is desires and attraction, fatal attraction. Where we're in this relationship and it's super powerful and super intense. And I'm just, man, that person is for me, right? So sometimes that can happen. And so there can be that Venus stuff involved too. An intense love, an intense desire, an intense thing about my values and my money. And this would include my self-worth as well. So we can't talk about the Pluto and Scorpio alone. You got to include Venus down there. Desires. So we always got to be cautious about what we desire because Venus has that ability. Remember, Venus is magnetic. All of a sudden, that which you desire, you get. It's always like, be careful what you wish for with Venus, right? So we always got to be cautious about the desire factor, especially if we are people who have Pluto and Scorpio, because the opposite energy is Taurus, and that's Venus. Venus rules it, you see? So Pluto and Scorpio is raw energy. This generation feels deeply, deeply. So when they speak intensely, they speak powerfully. When they speak, some say that they may not, they may speak, but they might not share necessarily all the private stuff, like publicly, right? It might be very difficult for them to do that. And then there may be others, depending upon other things in their chart, where when they're talking, that's what they're talking about, right? They're talking about shit that's deep, shit that's very private, very personal. And they're not, it's opposite of our grandparents. It's opposite of my parents, right? Where it was, we don't talk about that. The silent generation. It's the opposite of that. It's like, oh no, we're here to talk about this shit that's deeply personal, that's deeply private, and to change and transform it because we're bringing it up into the light. We're talking about it. That's Pluto, something that's deep down below and hidden, and we need to bring it up to the light because it's the only way we can see, okay, this is what's hurting, this is what's broken, or this is what's where the wound is. This is where the hurt is. This is the thing that needs some attention. We bring some light to it. Think about the intensity and the deepness. Think about the tragic stuff and the wounds. And think about the things where in your life, whether you're a millennial or not, because we all have Scorpio energy somewhere in our chart. So we're all going to have Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius squaring our Scorpio energy. That angle is going to exist whether we have Pluto and Scorpio or not. But for those of you who have the Pluto and Scorpio, I'm going to try to make sure that I have these videos created where they're relevant for you guys. Okay. But I'm definitely going to do some Pluto in the fixed signs or Pluto in Aquarius squaring Taurus, right? Absolutely. Opposing Leo. Yeah. Got to do it, right? So Pluto squaring, getting a square from the Pluto and Aquarius. Well, now we got to kind of talk about Aquarius energy. I want you to tell me, especially if you have Pluto in Scorpio, in the comments, I want you to tell me what house your Pluto in Scorpio is in. I want to better understand that energy. And the only way I can better understand it is for you to talk to me. You to tell me about how the Pluto and Scorpio energy shows up for you in your life. Tell me what house number it's in. Tell me a little bit about you. so I can get a better grasp on this. I mean, I can go and read books, right? But I would much rather hear it from you. It's Pluto and Scorpio. I want to hear from you. Tell me about you. Tell me, do you have those wounds? Do you feel that tragic sense of energy? Am I completely off base? Do I not know what I'm talking about? I don't have Pluto and Scorpio. I have Pluto and Virgo. Okay. So I don't have the Pluto energy in Scorpio, but I need to hear from you guys. Tell me about it. Maybe some of you have children with Pluto and Scorpio. Tell me about them. And it's not about talking about people. This is for a learning environment. This is for people watching the videos, right? This is so we can all learn. I'm going to do a part 2 to this. It'll go a little bit deeper on Pluto and Aquarius. And then I want to do another one where it'll be the combination of, did you watch the first video? Did you watch the second video? Here's the third one. And we're going to talk about what happens when these two energies clash, when they angle each other. We got folks who have Pluto at a low degree in Scorpio, and they're like, gee, I need this before 2024, before Aquarius and Pluto meet back up again, because it's going to be squaring my Pluto. All right. So comment below. Let me know if you don't have your chart to find out where the hell your Pluto is. Let me know and I'll get it to you. All right. And we can figure this out together. So stay tuned for part 2 to the Pluto and Aquarius squaring Pluto and Scorpio. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.